I used to think I knew what toxic friendship looked like. I had no idea. I went to high school with Megan, Emma, and their group. We weren't inseparable or anything, but I knew them, ate lunch near them, worked on group projects together, shared hallway gossip. Out of all of them, Megan and Emma were the closest. Best friends since elementary school, families knew each other. They were the kind of girls who finished each other's sentences, dressed alike, called each other sister. Back then, I thought it was sweet. Now that I'm older, I realize it was toxic. A friendship built on competition, jealousy, and quiet cruelty. People said Natalie and Emma would ditch Megan last minute, whisper about her behind her back, but always smile to her face. No one wanted to believe it when I pointed it out. No one ever wants to see the cracks in something that looks perfect. A few weeks after graduation, I was lying in bed, scrolling through Instagram, half asleep and bored. I was supposed to go to my Job's farewell party later that night, last shift before I moved across the country to stay with my dad for the summer. That's when a DM popped up from someone whose name I vaguely recognized. He said he'd been a senior when I was a freshman. He worked on the school's AV team and made a short film years ago, something called Wicked Game. Apparently, he'd cast Megan, Emma, and the others in it. He said it was inspired by, as told by Ginger, of all things. But it got rejected from the Halloween Film Festival for being too disturbing. He said he still had the VHS copy and wanted someone to take it before he threw it out. I don't know why I agreed. Maybe it was nostalgia. Maybe it was curiosity. He told me to meet him at a small warehouse not far from my job. I gave him a fake address just to be safe, but still met him nearby. He was waiting in his car, older, tired eyes, but friendly. We talked briefly. He handed me a small brown box, told me to keep an open mind, and drove off. I went home, alone, and popped it in. The film started, but it wasn't the cartoon adaptation I expected. The characters used their real names. The plot was a twisted version of their own lives. It began with Megan and our classmate Deshawn, starting a relationship, one of the school's first interracial couples in a while. Not everyone was happy. Anya, who had a secret crush on Deshawn, saw it as colorism, a black guy choosing a light-skinned girl, making her feel invisible. So, Anya rallied the others, Maria, Rosaline, Natalie, and even Emmett, to break them up. The film got brutal. Deshawn pushed to his limit, assaulted Anya after she relentlessly flirted with him, leaving her paralyzed. In a horrific twist, he later visited her at home and threw her wheelchair down the stairs, killing her. But the film wasn't about him. It was about Megan. After Anya's funeral, Emma, cold and calculating, used Maria's grief to campaign for Halloween Princess. That was the final straw for Megan. The film then became a slasher. Megan showed up at Maria's house. When Maria answered the door, Megan just stared, then whispered, "Say hi to Anya for me." She chased Maria upstairs and beat her to death with a hammer. Next was Emma. The scene was tense, cutting quickly as Emma studied Home Alone. Just when you thought she was safe, boom. The hammer. Megan stepped into the frame. "Sorry, Emma, but you left me no choice." The film faded to black, then showed Emma's parents finding the scene. Their daughter was dead in a pool of blood, and Megan's body was hanging from the ceiling fan. On the bed was a note from Megan. "Sorry about Emma, but it would have taken a lot more than words for me to even stomach her." But that wasn't the worst part. As the parents and police flooded the room, they all froze, then started screaming and vomiting. The camera focused on what they saw. Emma's heart had been removed, the tape ejected. I sat there, heart pounding, staring at my dark TV. I told myself it was fake. Just an edgy high school film project. But the names, the faces, the tone, It felt too real. Maybe that's why none of them ever wanted it shown. Maybe they didn't want to remember. I stuffed the tape back into the box, shoved it under my bed, and left for my going away party. Everyone was smiling, laughing, hugging me goodbye. My boss gave me a free meal and a $20 gift card. Everything felt normal again. Until I got home that night. The box was on my desk. The tape was gone. And when I turned on the TV, the screen was black. A few days later, I ran into another old classmate. She said she remembered us being in a film together, too. Not from 2018, but from junior year. During the pandemic, she gave me her Instagram handle, telling me to reach out if I wanted to see it. I never did, because some games are too wicked to play twice.